Hello guys, it's Bam here. Today, I'm bringing you a motivational cartoon speed paint. Let's jump right in. This is a story about an elementary school student. One day after school, her best friend invited her to get ice cream. They went to a small shop near an old vintage market. After finishing their ice cream, before heading home, they decided to stop by and explore the market. At the market, they found so many cute clothes, bracelets, earrings, and pretty little things everywhere. They wanted everything, but they didn't have money to buy any of it. So in the end, they just looked, watched quietly, and kept walking. The girl noticed a hand mirror. It was old, but it was beautiful and strangely eye-catching. Even though there was a small crack on it, she felt like this mirror was special. So she walked closer and asked the shop owner, "Excuse me, how much is this mirror?" When the shop owner saw the mirror in the girl's hand, his expression changed immediately. He went from calm to shocked, almost uneasy. He stared at the mirror, then slowly looked up at the girl and asked quietly, "Kid, how did you get that mirror?" The girl stared at him, confused and curious. Is something wrong?" she asked softly. "This mirror, it's just," the shop owner murmured, as if talking to himself. "Do you want it?" he asked softly. "Yes." "How much is it, uncle?" the girl asked with a smile. In her head, she knew she was only pretending. She didn't actually have the money. She was just putting on a show. The owner looked at her for a moment, then smiled weakly and said, "Take it. Consider it a gift." "Really? Oh my, thank you so much. You're the best," the girl answered, excited. She walked out of the shop, holding the mirror tight to her chest. Behind the counter, the owner sat down and began to cry quietly, sobbing into his hands. A worker came over to comfort him. "What's wrong, boss? Are you okay?" But he didn't answer. He only wiped his face and stared toward the corner. The girl walked with her friend, glancing at her reflection in the mirror again and again. Her friend left first. Leaving her behind, she played until she forgot the time. This is getting late. She swallowed hard and hurried home. In her mind, she imagined her mother waiting, with a wooden stick ready. Maybe I'll just peek around a bit longer, haha," she muttered to herself and kept playing. When she reached home, she didn't come in through the front door. She climbed quietly up and sneaked inside, trying not to be seen by her mother. Because her mother was downstairs, holding a wooden cane with a terrifying, angry face. "Wow, the legendary strict mom," the girl whispered to herself. Once she finally climbed into her room, she placed her school bag on the bed and quickly took off her clothes to take a bath. While she was showering, she suddenly felt uneasy. It was like someone was walking around right outside the bathroom door. She thought to herself, "That must be Mom." Feeling nervous, she hesitated and slowly peeked out to see if her mother was in her room or not. But in the bedroom, there was only emptiness. No mother, no one at all. Silent, so silent she could hear her own breathing. The girl frowned slightly. "That's strange. What was that sound just now?" She stood still for a moment, heart pounding, but nothing seemed wrong. Thinking she imagined it, she closed the door and went back to showering. What's going on?" After getting dressed, she sat down on her bed. She took the mirror out of her school bag and slowly lifted it toward her face. She whispered, "This mirror is so charming, even though it's cracked." But suddenly, she froze. "That's strange." Her eyes shook, and her heartbeat quickened. "Why does it feel like, when I look into this mirror, my face looks different?" The reflection was her, yet somehow, not her. "How is my hair? Long?" The girl froze, touching the mirror cautiously. She thought it was fog, or a smudge. But the more she wiped, the clearer the reflection became. And it wasn't her anymore. Wait, that's not me. Inside the mirror, a pale girl stared back, with long, messy hair, sunken eyes, and skin cold like death. Who are you? Suddenly, the surface rippled. Like liquid, a dry, corpse-like hand shot out from the mirror. Hey! It grabbed her head tightly, cold fingers pressing into her skull. The spirit tried to pull her inside. What is this? She gasped. A whisper echoed from deep inside the glass. You cleaned the mirror, so I could come out. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. Her voice was trapped in her throat. She cried silently as the room remained horrifyingly quiet. What? This isn't some old lamp. The girl panicked. She screamed, but no sound came out. Her cry was stuck in her throat, unable to reach the outside world. She scrambled toward the window, clawing at the sill with small, frantic hands. Mom! Mom, help me! Mom! She called hoarsely. But downstairs, her mother was still staring toward the alley. Teeth clenched, voice cold. If you're late again, I'll beat you mercilessly. Those words cut through everything. Her mother could not hear her at all. The more she struggled, the weaker she became. The force pulling from the mirror tugged her slowly but relentlessly. The raspy voice whispered again, right by her ear. Come, live with me, please. I'm so lonely. The voice was not human, dry, pleading, drenched in loneliness. Her heart nearly stopped. Her hands slipped from the window ledge. Her body tilted backward, eyes wide as the outside world began to blur. The girl screamed, voice filled with terror. No, no, please. Stop. I don't want to go. But her cries no longer belonged to this world. As she struggled, the dry whisper answered, You must stay with me. Her body froze, completely still. Eyes wide open, locked in fear. The demon hands emerged further from the mirror. One pale joint at a time, cold claws gripped her small arms, tight and merciless. Then slowly, steadily, they pulled her back. Toward the mirror, she could only stare, tears streaming down her face, her body trembling before fading, inch by inch, into the narrow, silent darkness of the mirror. Suddenly, the door burst open. Her mother froze, eyes wide in shock. Right before her, a grotesque hand was dragging her daughter into the mirror. What is that thing? It wasn't a game. It wasn't imagination. Something from the mirror was stealing her child. No way. Not my daughter. Panic surged, but instinct kicked in. She dropped the cane, letting it clatter to the floor. She lunged forward, grabbed a baseball bat nearby. If you want my child, you'll have to go through me first. With a furious scream, she swung. Crash! Glass exploded, flying through the room. The creature shrieked and shattered into black fragments, disappearing into nothingness. Only the empty mirror frame remained, silent, lifeless. She pulled her daughter into her arms, trembling. It's okay. You're safe now. Mom's here. Mom is here. I'm here now. No one will hurt you again. The mother held her tightly, stroking her hair gently. There. Don't cry, sweetheart. Mom's right here. Slowly, the girl calmed down, breathing steady again. Then she told her mother everything. Every scream, every shadow, every pull from the mirror. Mother listened, face pale, hands clenched, holding back tears. The next morning, She took her daughter back to the antique shop. She explained everything, voice shaking, heart trembling. The shop owner listened silently, then lifted the mirror frame. No glass remained, only the old wooden frame and a trembling handle held tight in her hand. Tears streamed down her face. "Oh, my child. I shouldn't have done that to you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." It wasn't the voice of an antique seller. It was the voice of a mother who had lost her child long ago and was still trapped, begging for forgiveness inside that cursed mirror. She sobbed, clutching the mirror frame tightly, while her staff tried to comfort her. The mother and daughter watched silently, confused and shaken. Once the shop owner calmed down enough to speak, she began to tell her story. "I once had a daughter. She was the same age as your little girl." Her voice cracked, tears falling freely. "I divorced my husband because he found someone else. He adored his new son and abandoned us like we never mattered. Mom, where is Daddy?" The memory echoed. "I worked day and night, collecting junk, just to pay for her school, just to survive. Then a man came into her life. I was lonely, so I started seeing him. After that, she rarely had time for her daughter. One day, the little girl tugged her sleeve. "Mom, tomorrow is my school show. Please come watch me dance." But she only replied, "I'm busy. I have a social event." She kept going out, again and again. The child grew lonely and began talking to an old mirror. One she brought from the shop. She would sit and stare and whisper to it. One night, they fought. "You never have time for me." The mother was rushing to go out and left before fixing things. The door slammed shut, and those were the last words her daughter ever spoke to her. "Mom, come back soon. I'm scared. I'm lonely." But I walked away without looking back. That night, when I returned, the house was silent. Too silent. I called my daughter. No reply. The door had pry marks, drawers thrown open, things scattered everywhere. Fear gripped my heart. I ran upstairs, and then I saw it. The nightmare no mother should ever see my daughter, lying in blood, motionless. The mirror she always held, on the floor, cracked. I dropped to my knees and held her. "If I could turn back time, I would never leave you alone." But time never rewinds, and neither did my child return. I took the mirror to a temple, trying to forget, but it only made me remember. So I left everything, became silent, isolated, and lived only in prayer. Yet her spirit remained tied to that mirror, until this girl touched it and woke her memory again. We performed a ritual, released the spirit, buried the mirror, and offered merit, because my daughter died, lonely, afraid, in pain. Her spirit wanted a friend, a companion, someone who looked like her, to stay forever. That night, I dreamed of her, smiling, in white, waving goodbye. I hugged her picture, with tears and a smile. 1 year later, Mom, can we eat at MK? Mother turned with a serious face. "You think I forgot about you coming home late? You're getting punished." The girl froze, then Mom laughed. "I'm kidding. Let's go eat." Hand in hand, they walked into the warm morning sunlight. Pain ended, love remained. This story was written by Bam herself. It was inspired by a dream, a terrifying image of a girl being dragged into a mirror while another spirit tried to pull her out, trying to take the girl with her. So Bam turned that dream into this story. Please don't forget to like, and don't miss the next clip. And don't forget to subscribe. Story and artwork by Biki Baam. Thank you so much for watching.